Time after time. The delay, what exactly is it? What should we expect? In the Quran, Allah grants a delay to the devil so that he can prove to him that he is worthy. Worthy of what? Worthy of succeeding him. Initially it was a task that fell to Adam. But the devil opposed it, leading Allah, the judge and referee, to review and rethink his decree. I could talk about how Allah decrees, but I will get straight to the point. The purpose of the delay is the abandonment of the throne. A bit like Zeus abandoned his throne to Athena in the Nights of the Zodiac. It was his daughter, but in our case it is his son. Yes, the devil is the son of Allah. And Allah saw fit to give him his throne. As with Hercules, he made him undergo tests. Tests of wisdom. Everyone knows the 12 labors of Hercules for his ascension to divinity and therefore eternity. The test of Jesus in the Bible was his teaching and his ascension on the cross. Jesus defied death and emerged victorious. He ascended to heaven and also sat on the seat of the Most High. In the Nights of the Zodiac, the seat of the Most High is the seat of the Pope. The great Pope replaces Athena when she dies and goes to the spiritual worlds. And he gives her back her place when she returns among mortals. There are several Saori, but it is always the same Athena, the same soul. Saori in the Nights of the Zodiac is Athena. She becomes Athena after she awakens. In other words, before awakening she is an ordinary person, but after awakening she fully becomes Athena, that is to say, the goddess of the world. We often talk about awakenings of consciousness in our contemporary societies, as if to remind people and nations who they are, their true identity, stars similar to the moon and not the sun. That is why we see stars only at night most of the time. The stars we see at sunrise or in broad daylight are in addition to the sun, the moon in accordance with time and principle. And the small lunar stars are messengers and liars. Dreams because we sometimes sleep during the day. The stars we see during the day are the people who sleep during the day, and the stars we see during the night are those who wake up at night. We tend to associate stars with celebrities, but stars are not only celestial and famous, they are also icons. Religion forbids us to make graven images of God, but God is only our model. Our idol that we idolize. The sky is a gray matter, a television. When you look up to the sky you see images, signs, astrology, clouds, time in all its facets. And above all you see God. God is not just the sun. The sun is a personification of God, an identity to say the unique. Just like the moon to its pursuers, the sun is the supreme leader of the heaven. He is the brightest. It can have companions with it, but it has no equal. Only a similar one, the moon. The moon has many more followers than the sun because it is at night that we see the most stars. This is why the sun was named God in monotheistic religions, because we are looking for a model. The model of God. People do not want to look like the moon in the night. They want to look like the sun in the day it provides. This is why I say that the stars are tiny moons and not suns. They only appear at night for this reason alone. Becoming a sun yourself is only possible in the multiverse. Think about it, if there are several universes there can be several gods and therefore several beings similar to the sun. That is why I said rather that Athena made astral journeys. Astral works to always end up returning to the universe that belongs to her, the Milky Way. The Milky Way is a galaxy of course, but it is also our universe. I am not talking about the universe as a parallel world. We teleport to parallel worlds via dreams. And as I said above, the sky is a television of contemplation. To speak of God in his uniqueness we use the sun. To speak of God as a whole, that is to say his entirety, we speak of the heaven, he is the heaven. It is heaven that encompasses us on earth. It is heaven that keeps us on earth. Earth is only a starting point for those whose purpose and destination are the heaven. Similarly, The earth and the ocean are the point of fall of those who descend from heaven. It is often boredom and weariness that make us fall. The Bible says that it is women who made us fall. Does that mean that there are no women in heaven? No, not at all. We come to earth to learn from the earth its culture, and from the oceans and seas their laws with empty baggages. It is only once our baggage is full that we will be able to return to heaven and create our world with what we have learned, understood, but above all what we have loved to do on earth and on the sea. Once again, what is the delay? It is abandonment. At the end of the delay, Allah abandons his throne to the most deserving. Therefore to the devil is only a title given to the most deserving. He is despised precisely because he is the most deserving, the trustworthy, the jealous. It is because you united against the devil that his merit goes to him. After all, he succeeded in making the mass a unity and himself a singularity. It is the singularity that defines God. God is a singularity, a unique and simple entity. The delay, it is by the delay that this individual created time. And it is by this same delay that this being is recognized and received as God. God gave us all time by creating chronometric time, the chronos. And God placed this time in space. The world became space and time, capable of moving, capable of wandering, progressing and evolving within its limits. The world also became mortal, capable of transcending itself, of reincarnating, of aging and growing, of hibernating in any climate and environment. It is the experience that we call God and not the hope. God is a story and not a power. My God is my Bible. Why? Because it contains all the stories. In the broad sense, the Bible becomes a library. We each have our own library that we hold on dear. Like One Piece fans, maybe they don't want an end? And so the end of the deadline would come before Oda could give his vision of the end. That's why One Piece is nicknamed the never-ending story. If One Piece were to end, it would end in a loop. Loops have no end, just repetitions. Luffy, like Roger and like the previous Joy Boys, could not establish their total governance over the sea. When we have experience, for God, hope becomes an instrument of this God. And when we have history, for God, power becomes a means and therefore also an instrument allowing us to write the history of this God. Delay is abandonment, the weariness of time. And that's what will happen. Among Catholics, is everyone a saint? Maybe it's because each star has a holy name, and it is the denomination of star that is found in our sanctified names. Isn't it Saint Seiya? If I told you that I am the Messiah and that the supreme leader of Iran and Islam is the Mahdi, you will answer me that all the pieces of the puzzle are assembled and all that is missing is the termination of time, of the delay granted to the devil and to humanity. This can happen through war or wars, or through peace or peaces.